These are the items that I used for this project. A full list of all the items used will be in the description box below. Now I drew the designs that I wanted on a paper and cut it with a pair of scissors and did the same thing on a board, on a cardboard, to see what it was going to look like. And now I made inner shapes. I used an X-Acto knife to cut out the inner lines to give me this shape, and these are the number of pieces that I used. I cut out the same amount of designs using a poster board. Now I used a poster board because I realized some of the pieces of the cardboard were not smooth and I needed each and every one of them to have smooth surfaces. So the cutouts that I did from the poster board, I glued them down to the cardboard and I have my smooth surface on each and every one of the pieces. I spray painted the pieces of the design using a gold Oleum spray paint and I laid it out to dry. The next step is to glue down the golden beads around the middle of all the pieces. This is what it looks like. So I took a mirror and laid it down so I can arrange the pieces around to see what it was going to look like. So I started off with the large pieces and the medium pieces and the smaller pieces. I spray painted some Bamboo Skewers golden, and that's what I'm going to be using to attach all the pieces together. Now I flipped the design over to the back and I cut the Bamboo Skewers and I glued them down at every point where each and every one of the designs meet. This is the lighting with a timer that I'll be using for the design, and I'll be using a twine to hang it on the wall, and this is because I need to compensate for the height of the battery pack, and the twine is the only thing that's long enough for me to use. And here's your finished look. I love the way this design turned out and I love the way it looks on the wall. It's so pretty. I love the way the beads also are like inside each and every one of the designs. And with the lighting at the back, it actually creates a very nice effect at night. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think about this beautiful wall decor and if it's something you'd like to try out. What I used for this project was a mirror, a hula hoop, a mirror reflective paper, a pizza board that I cut into 12 inches round, a Trifold board that I cut into singular strips with 0.7 inches each, and everything used for this project will be listed down in the description box below. The first thing will be to put the mirror on the board, and then you take the hula hoop as your outer circle just to make sure it's okay and keep it in place. And I then took the singular strips of the board and I'm just measuring and cutting it to make sure that I have everything the way I want it to be before I start gluing it down. I took away the mirror and I spray painted the outer parts of the board silver and let it out to dry. After that, I glued down the middle part of the design. And then I have the outer parts that are not been glued down, and that's because it's away and there's nothing to attach it with. So we're going to be flipping over the middle part that has been glued down, and then we arrange the outer parts just to make sure that it's in place before we glue everything down together. I took some Bamboo Skewers and I spray painted them silver. This is what we're going to be using to connect the outer pieces to the middle. After that was done, I took my mirrored reflective paper and I cut it down to size, and then I attached it to each and every one of the pieces. These mirror reflective papers are so easy to apply because they are self-adhesive papers. When I was done with that, I flipped it over and used the hula hoop on top of it just to gauge for the circle and put something heavy on top so it doesn't move, and traced out the circle on each and every one of the pieces. These are the marks that I made after tracing out the outer parts of the hula hoop, and that's where I'm going to be cutting with a pair of scissors so we can have the outer circular shape that we're looking for. When I was done with that, I glued this hook at the back of the board to hang it on the wall. This is such a unique mirror design and I love the way it turned out. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this beautiful mirror and if it's something you'd like to try out. I ordered these mirrors online and these are the large sizes and these are the small sizes. And the links for both mirrors will be down in the description box below. I started off by using a hula hoop as my guide to make sure I have a perfect circle as the end product for my mirror, and I'm just carefully placing down the mirrors upside down, starting with the large ones. I did the same thing for the smaller mirrors, and the key here is to make sure that each mirror touches one another. They have to meet one another just to make sure that the mirror comes out looking really interesting at the end. It also makes it easy for us to glue them together. As you can see, there are spaces that I left because it's going to be part of the design. I later on took Bamboo Skewers and I spray painted them silver, and that's what I'm going to be using to attach the pieces of the mirrors together. And when you're gluing the pieces together, you have to make sure that you cover up every single point where each of the pieces meet, because that's super important. That's going to make it strong and sturdy at the end. And when you come across a small space like this one, you don't need to put any stick there because it's going to show and we don't want anything showing. But then the larger sides like here, we can leave it the way it is because it's going to be part of the design. I went around again with an E6000 glue and left it overnight to dry to make sure that my mirror comes out strong and sturdy. You can attach a hook at the back to hang it on the wall, but I took advantage of the open spaces so I can hang it however I like, and this is what it looks like. I really love the way it turned out and it's so pretty. I'm super happy that now I have my glam mirror for less. Thank you so much for watching, and I have other videos linked in the description box below to check it out, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.